Alright, I was kinda wrong when I said I still had that footage for the special stages, but now to punish myself for accidentally deleting that, I'm gonna play all of them as a random character. What could possibly go wrong? Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64 and welcome back to Sonic World. Last time I made a video, I said I had the special stage footage from when I was getting all the Chaos Emeralds last time, but it seems like I deleted that with the rest of my footage once I was done editing the video, and that has since been permanently thrown into the void because of the empty recycle bin feature. It saves lives and space, trust me. So instead of just, you know, restarting them and doing them all as Sonic again, as you can see I did them all as Sonic, I decided to just jump in with random characters, because that'll probably be fun, right? Okay, I'm someone purple at my SBO. I'm Wave. I don't even remember seeing her on the character select screen. I kind of just ignore the Babylon rogues, apparently. But basically, the special stages in this game work like this. It's like any other game, except you're collecting rings on this pathway, and it's completely randomly generated, I think, because I had to redo a couple of these a few times, and they were different every single time. It's just the only things that remain the same are the obstacles and the things that are going to just get in your way, such as the pits and stuff. Like, those ain't going anywhere, they're always gonna be here, but they're randomly generated. So there's no memorization like Sonic 2, there's no saving yourself kinda at the last second, because sometimes you just get stuck with a real unfair randomization. But that only happened to me one time. Like, I was down by one ring, and I really wish I still had that, because my reaction was... I mean, as you can imagine, when that happens in all other pieces of game media, when that happens, like, you know, that fan game from a while back, or literally any of the special stages I've attempted on stream when that happens, but who cares? They're not the worst. You really just gotta make sure you hit the long strings of rings, make sure to go for the monitors, and then, I mean, you're pretty much golden. Like, I'm at the end now, and as long as I don't hit a mine, yeah, no, I'm all set. And you know, doing all of these as random characters might not be as bad as I'm thinking, because most of them do have a stomp, which is very helpful in these stages, and some of them have homing attacks, so let's see if I get into any sticky situations. Apparently I need to go back and hit random every single time, or else it's gonna give me Wave every time. I don't think anybody wants that. Alright, who we got this time? What is that color even? Tails doll, okay. Oh wait, do they all have the same abilities? I feel like Tails doll should be able to fly, so maybe they don't give you the character's abilities in the special stages, they just replace everyone's abilities with Sonic? I mean, okay, if that's the case, I guess it's not gonna be that difficult at all, but... Okay, so Special Stage 2 adds these little green bumpers on the floor, and they also add these green mines that zoom downwards as soon as you go underneath them. So if you're not being careful, you could totally get nailed. But, all you gotta do is pay attention. And that frightens me, because I'm not good at that. But, you know, as the stages go on... That was great, that was great, that was fantastic. As the stages go on, the ring amounts actually get less and less, because they add more and more things for you to knock into. And I'm very appreciative of that, because some of the later ones, if you needed to get 300, it would be very difficult to do that and remain sane. Because there are, like, a ton of obstacles, there's pits all over the place, and you have a lot less time to do it. So, I feel like these are very fair special stages, and they work really well. And they're even kind of fun once you're, able to just, you know, figure out what all of the things you need to be dodging are, and put all that behind you. There we go. See? First failure. Great. Oh, I really could have used that monitor. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, come on. No, come on! As soon as I start recording, this happens. See, I expected this to take only a couple minutes, but I should have known that as soon as I started trying to do commentary over this and do it at the same time, things were just gonna go wrong. Like, horribly wrong. And that's just how it goes most of the time. One of the most, the best points of advice I can give for these, if you're going to attempt them, is make good use of the stomp. Because if you're gonna hit, like, the capsules, you're gonna be in the air for a second, you're gonna wanna, like... Or if you jump into something and you want to get back to the ground really quickly because there's a string of rings coming, just use the stomp and just get out of the way of anything that's right in front of you. Because there's usually going to be a mine around, or there's going to be a pit coming, like, next stage. It's like a movie trailer. Coming next fall! Hits and special stages. It's like, oh great, I really want to see that. Alright, got 200. I'm not feeling good about this. I feel like I just avoided more than 5 rings going to get that 5-ring capsule, but you know, I'm trying my darndest here. Oh, we did it! Ooh, just barely. Okay, cool. It's weird, when I was doing this before, not a lot of these were close calls. Like, I did them fairly smoothly. Like, only with 1 or 2 of the stages taking me 4 or 5 tries. It's just troublesome now. Time for special stage 3, and I decided to just keep taking random characters in because I thought it'd be fun. Hey, it's Blaze. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is the one where pits start appearing, I believe, and as a result, we only need 250 rings as opposed to 300. Actually, this is where the freezing things start showing up, and they start having, like, ledges you need to jump up to, and then fall back down onto. When I first saw this, I was like, oh good, this looks terrifying. So those things aren't actually electricity unless they're different in later stages. They will just freeze you solid, which is, like, a whole nother problem. Because if you start, like, moving without control, it's almost guaranteed you're gonna fall into a pit or miss rings that you were meaning to grab. And that's just a big hindrance in these stages, because you need to be quick. I can't tell if the stage is any shorter than the first 2, but I'm assuming they're probably getting a little bit shorter at this point. Okay, we got 200. Even if you don't want to look at your ring total, just look out for the lives you earn, because that'll often be a pretty good indication of how far you've come. Of course, with the 50, it's not going to help, but we're there. So I got nothing to worry about, probably. Whoop! Like, sometimes you can just make jumps like that if you don't need to grab any more rings, and there we go. And if you've been noticing, we are collecting Chaos and Sol Emeralds, because I guess some of the characters would use the Sol Emeralds to transform. Maybe just Blaze, I don't know. If you do the stages at anyone else, you're probably just doing Blaze a huge favor, because she doesn't have to get off her lazy backside and do anything herself. Alright, 3 down, 4 to go. And now we've got Heavy and Bomb. And yeah, okay, so this isn't as tough as I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of hoping it would give me, like, a new challenge to do them as random characters, but I guess this means that if you want to play them as your favorite character, go ahead, because you're not gonna have too many troubles with it. Too many troubles. You're not gonna have a lot of troubles. You'll reserve the troubles for the Trouble Center in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Do you imagine if you could just export all of your problems to the Trouble Center from that game and let Mario take care of them for you? Oh man, the special stages are too hard. Could you please do them for me? And Mario would be like, yeah, no. Alright, so now we've got Orbinauts, we've got pits. Yep, there are pits there, definitely. No, like, then there's other times like that, like, I don't know, the collision in this game is really weird sometimes, like, you just inch towards the pit a little bit and it sucks you in with the force of a black hole. Or Kirby. I mean, I think those two things are interchangeable at this point, but who really cares? So yeah, this is where the stomp gets a little dangerous, because if you miss just even a little bit, you might plunge yourself into a hole because of the weird collision. But if you're careful, and you do it, like, not around pits, then you might be in business. Alright, we're at 100 already, that ain't bad. And again, it never goes back up to 300, it only goes down. Like, the lowest amount you're collecting is 200, I believe. So, I mean, it's still a lot, but it's definitely not as bad as 300 would have been. There we go, we got 200. And we're good. I just gotta make sure I don't fall into any pits. I usually try to collect more rings anyway, just in case I end up hitting an Orbinaut or a mine. But typically, typically, that's not a problem, because you just gotta watch out for the pits now. 300, ballin'. Not just saying that because we turn into a ball every time we jump either. That was just a straight up stupid word choice. Alright, it's time for 5. And is this Tails doll again? Okay, we're not gonna do Tails doll again. It's funny that it gave me Tails doll twice out of, like, the 50 characters that are in this game. Oh, it's Tikal. Wow, she came back from the dead just to do this for us? That's so nice of her. I feel like she could spend her time doing so many more things, you know, coming back to life after all that time. Like, think about it. She's probably never watched TV before. Probably never been on YouTube. She's probably never gone on Twitter. I mean, she could even go on Vine. Oh, wait, no. Vine is deader than Tikal, my bad. Also, if you want to homing attack some enemies or springs in this, it does kind of help you, like, straighten out if you're kind of off course. So, I mean, you could use that to your advantage, but you gotta watch out, because sometimes it could just lead you to falling right into a pit, or hitting an enemy, or getting frozen, or whatever. Any number of bad things, really. You just really gotta watch out. See, like, that was kind of useful for me, because there was a lot of obstacles there, and at least there's some kind of automation to save me. How many do I have? 173? Okay, I need a few more. Nothing we can't handle, probably. Oh, I was not certain about that pit right there. There we are, 260, okay. By the skin of my teeth. Or by Takal's teeth. Maybe she has skin on her teeth, who knows. And is this Knuckles?
Come on!
Yes, it is. Okay, the Echidna team, back to back. Alright, see, we're on to the 200 ring now. So, as you can imagine, things are gonna get a little bit more troubling. Also, these special stages are they got a lot going on. They're kind of lagging my game a little bit, and that's impressive, considering my computer's pretty good. But, okay. Or maybe it's just OBS. It might just be OBS lagging behind a little bit. Hopefully it's not gonna come out on the recording, but... No! Oh, Knuckles, come on, you knucklehead. I mean, it was totally my fault, but I'm gonna blame you. Also, the song in the background of this is just bumping. I love it. Totally gets me hyped up for collecting 200 rings and falling in pits. I mean, I feel like you could pretty much play anything. I get pumped up for that. Not really, though. I don't know why I said that. It's not really a... You couldn't play, like, choir music. I wouldn't really be in the same mood. Or country music? Oh, God, I'd plunge myself into the pit faster, let me tell you. Yeah, okay, so not anything. I often speak without thinking. And that's how I'm able to talk so fast. But that's also the reason I sound like such a fool 90% of the time. The more you know. Come on, Knuckles! Oh, jeez. That was a bit too close for comfort. And I don't like stomping near pits. That's just not a good idea. You can see this place. It starts to look like a... I don't even know what to call it. It looks like a giant light bright, except with, like, missing a ton of pegs. And I'm really glad those falling mines don't get any faster, because that would just be a pain in the butt if they were able to charge at you quicker. And we just hit 300. So we definitely overcompensated. Thank you so much. Guardian of the Emeralds here. I'll take those. I wonder who it's gonna be for the final special stage. Come on, Silver. It's not Silver. Is it Big the Cat? Okay, no, it's Mephiles. Okay. If it was Big, could you? That would have been spectacular. But Dan Green works too. All right. Okay. I mean, he works, but he might plunge into pits, into darkness, I guess. Also, okay, so why was I getting frozen by those before if they're hurting me with electricity now? Are there two different spouts that do that? Maybe... Ah! Wait. You see how you can kind of like fall in a pit and then jump a little bit? It's kind of like... It's strange. Like, I saved myself once when I was doing this before. I fell in a pit, but I jumped as soon as I fell, and I jumped right back onto the stage. And I felt like Superman, except no one was around to see it. So that's why I was really happy to show off the footage for later. Of course, but I destroyed that footage, unfortunately. Also, this stage brings in Eggman monitors. So, I think there are still ring monitors around, but you gotta watch out for those, because they're gonna decrease your ring total. They're not gonna, like, knock you backwards like regular ones do. Like, they're not gonna knock you off your block or anything. Thankfully, because that would be even more frustrating than this stage already is. You just gotta watch out, okay? That's my point. What happened there? What was that? I touched the trippy shape. What was that? Alright, I got it this time. I can feel it in my bones. Also, I guess you can jump through the pits if there are, like, a floor above you. And you can use that to your advantage if it works like that. Like, right there, I was a little bit... There was a ring capsule. I was a little too late to jump up there, but I was able to jump in through a pit. There we go. Thank you very much. And like I said, thankfully, this is only a 200 ring stage. Because could you imagine if this was, like, 400 or 300? Or if, like, the amounts steadily got higher as the stages went on and we had to collect, like, 500 rings? Because it's also a lot shorter than the other ones, too. Like, if you can see down there, like, the special stage counter bar thing is going pretty quickly. Like, we're over halfway done already, and I'm almost there, but we're almost done. I think we can do it. I think we got it. Okay, now we just gotta not get hit. The pressure's on. And don't hit any Eggman monitors by mistake, because they will quietly sap you of your rings, as they sap you with the will to live when they take away 10 rings right before the end, but we're good. And Mephlif grabs his little purple emerald. Didn't he use that one to... Didn't he have that one in Sonic 06 for a bit? Can't really remember. Mostly because I try to repress that game as much as possible. Alright, look at that. Alright, so S, 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 A, S, S. There you go. Pretty decent. I like it. Definitely better than my performance the first time, I have to say. But anyway, if you do all that, that'll unlock you the super form, so as soon as you get 50 rings with any of the characters, you're able to transform by doing the usual super fair. You jump up and press a button. So, that's gonna be all for today. And if you like this video, and you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic fan games, and other things that aren't Sonic fan games, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a big ol' thank you to my current sponsors, Selva PhD, Tempest Requiem, Random Gamer 157, Beyond, Henry S., Rob Morrison, DaveAce, Drawbits, Mega Traffico, Knuckles Channel 3, and Knuckles Creative, and Mike TGC. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring, it really means a lot, and if you have any interest in becoming a sponsor yourself, please make sure to check out the link in the description for more information on all the benefits, such as getting shouted out at the end of every video and stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.